here from SKM Public School. Today I am going to teach you their unit number 7 of physical education. Topic is physiology here. Chapter name that is physiology and injuries in sports. Today my topic is classification of sports injury. Classification of sports injury. In my previous video, I have taught you about classification of sports injury. If injuries are classified according to cause, the categories are direct injury, indirect injury, and overuse injury. That is taught in the previous video. If injuries are classified according to the type of here body tissue damage, the categories are soft tissue injury and number 2 is hard tissue injury. So it was taught to you about soft tissue injuries, contusion, sprain. These two were taught to you, and today now it's turn of strain. Soft tissue injury. Okay. Soft tissue injury. Today's turn of strain, abrasion and laceration, and hard tissue injuries also of two types: bone injury and joint injury. Today our topic is you will learn about strain, abrasion and laceration. Okay, this is the topic for today, means classification of sports injuries. So let's learn about today first of all strain. So what is strain here? First of all we will start. Strain is an injury to a muscle and or tendons when tendons are here fibrous. A strain is an injury to a muscle and tendons. Tendons are fibrous parts of tissue that attach muscles to the bone. Strains often occur in our foot, leg, typically the hamstring or back. A strain is an injury of muscle caused by overstretching or tearing of a muscle. It is more severe than sprain. It may be a simple stretch in muscle or tendon, or it may be a partial or complete tear in the muscle and tendon combination. Football, hockey, boxing, wrestling, and other contact sports put athletes at risk for strains, as do sports that feature quick starts such as hurdling, long jump and running races, gymnastics, tennis, rowing, golf, and other sports that require extensive gripping have a high incidence of hand sprains. Elbow strains frequently occur in throwing and contact sports. So symptoms of strain are pain, muscle spasm, muscle weakness, swelling, inflammation, cramps, and types. Strains are of three types: mild, moderate, and severe. Mild type of strain is when there is a slight muscle pull without any tearing of muscle or tendon. Moderate sprain when there is a slight tearing of muscle or tendon and there is some loss of strength also. Severe strain when the muscle or tendons rupture. In such a case, loss of strength occurs. Then treatment steps which should be taken when there is a case of strain. Then the immediate management of soft tissue injuries during the acute inflammatory phase is very important for successful rehabilitation after the injury. The aims of immediate treatment are to prevent further tissue damage, minimize swelling, ease pain, reduce the formation of scar tissue, reduce the time needed for rehabilitation. These aims are achieved through application of the PRICE procedure. PRI. P for protection, R for rest, I for ice, and C for compression, and E is for elevation. So this is the full form of PRICE. PRICE. So these aims are achieved through the application of the PRICE, PRICE procedure. The acronym stands for protection, rest, ice, compression and elevation. The principle of PRICE should be used for the first 48 to 72 hours immediately after the injury. Then protection, the first principle is protection. The purpose of protection is to avoid further injury to the area by protecting the injured structures. Rest, the injuries area must remain relatively inactive for the first 48 to 72 hours. The duration of the rest depends on the severity of the injury. Then rest, the ice means, next is I for ice. We have read about now rest. Next is ice. The application of ice causes the blood vessels to constrict, thus decreasing circulation and resulting in less inflammation at the site. Where possible, ice should be applied to the surrounding area in addition to the direct site. Ice should be applied in a wet towel for periods of 20 to 30 minutes every 2 hours for the first 48 to 72 hours. Don't apply ice or a plastic bag containing ice directly onto the skin. Care should be taken when applying ice in the region of the eye. Compression, in addition to the application of ice, compression should be applied using a wide elastic bandage over the injured site and surrounding area. This will help to reduce the swelling by limiting fluid buildup. It also provides support for injured site. Care should be taken to ensure that circulation is not constricted by bandaging too tightly. Elevation of the injury part above the level of the heart reduces the volume and pressure of blood flow to the injured area, thus limiting inflammation. Elevation can be achieved for most injuries by supporting the injured area while the casualty is seated or lying down. So this is for ice. Then actions to be avoided. During the first 40 to 72 hours after an injury, there are certain actions that must be avoided. These include the application of heat, for example, use of hot liniments, spas, saunas and hot baths. Drinking alcohol, physical activity and massage. These actions all increase blood flow and therefore swelling also. Next is abrasion. Abrasion. Here, this is next step is abrasion here. So it is an injury of skin in which skin is scraped or rubbed by friction. It's normally a minor injury but can be serious if some foreign matter is stuck in it. Abrasions are very common sports injuries that are usually caused by a fall on hard surface as the athlete falls on or slides on the ground. Friction causes layers of skin to rub off. The skin is composed of an outer layer which provides protection and a deep inner layer which provides the firmness and flexibility of the skin. Abrasions typically refers to an injury that removes these layers of skin. Most abrasions are shallow scrapes that don't extend into the dermis and don't cause a great deal of bleeding. While there is often little or no blood loss from an abrasion, there can be a great deal of pain because symptoms will be pain because of many nerve endings that are exposed. Little or no blood loss. Then management of abrasion, treatment steps. What treatment steps should be taken? Avoid further friction. Clean the part with some antiseptic cream or wash properly with soap to prevent infection. Cover the affected part with medicinal cotton or with band-aid. Anti-tetanus injection should be taken as precaution against tetanus. Repeat the dressing and clean the part every day till it heals up completely. Then next is abrasion. After abrasion, lacerations Then incision also is there. Okay, incision is also there. So let's read about lacration. A lacration is an injury that results in an irregular break in the skin, more commonly referred to as a cut but defined as a torn and ragged wound. The predominant symptoms of our lacerations are mild to serious breaking of the epidermis, tear in the first layer of skin that can range from small slices to deep gashes. Mild lacerations may experience brief bleeding accompanied by mild pain. Deeper lacerations will experience greater bleeding and more intense pain. Lacerations are caused when an object strikes the skin and causes a wound to open. Depending on a variety of characteristics, angle, force, depth, and object, some lacerations can be more serious than others, reaching as far as deep tissue and leading to serious bleeding. Symptoms of laceration will be bleeding of different levels of severity depending on the depth of the laceration, mild to severe pain depending on depth of laceration. Management of laceration treatment steps to be taken are: stop bleeding at the earliest by compression or by pressing, clean the surface of the affected part using water and soap, cover the affected part with medicinal cotton bandage or apply band-aid. Repeat dressing on or padding over the wound. If bleeding continues, then apply further pads or dressings. Apply ice or cold compressions for some time. If injury is so deep, so go for stitches at the earliest. In case pain persists, painkillers can be taken. Then incision is next is incision. Incisions are caused by a sharp cutting object such as broken glass. In this we also got incision here. F part, incision. This is, you are reading about soft tissue injuries. So incision means incisions are caused by a sharp cutting object such as broken glass. They are also caused when the impact causes the skin to be split over an underlying bone. The wound can here has sharp, even cuts with smooth edges. The wound has sharp, even cuts with smooth edges that tends to bleed freely if the incision is caused by impact over a bone. An associated contusion usually occurs due to crushing the surrounding tissues. These wounds tend to heal better than lacerations because the edges of the wound are here smooth and can be approximated more easily during treatment. So management of incision treatment steps to be taken are: if the injury is not deep, let the blood come out. During this process, germs may also come out with the blood. Number 2, such injuries should be cleaned carefully with iodine tincture or spirit. Number 3, then after placing a piece of cotton on the wound, a bandage should be applied. Care should be taken that dirt should not enter into the wound. In case of excessive bleeding, the bandage should be kept tight. If the injury is deep, patient should be taken to doctor immediately. Immediate treatment of skin injuries. Immediate treatment of skin injuries are here. The aims of immediate management of skin injuries include prevention of infection for both the victim and the first aider, minimization of blood loss and tissue damage, and promotion of healing in order to reduce recovery time. For most skin injuries, the common management steps that should be followed are: reduce the dangers of infection, for example by wearing gloves, control bleeding with rest, pressure and elevation, assesses the severity of the wound, clean the wound using clean water, saline solution or diluted antiseptic, apply an antiseptic to the wound after ensuring that the person is not allergic to the antiseptic to be used. And some more are: dress the wound with a sterilized pad and bandage. If necessary, refer the person to medical attention. So this is about today, which you have learned about soft tissue injury. You have today learned about strain, abrasion, lacerations and incision. In the next video, you will learn about hard tissue injury, bone injury and joint injury. Okay, whatever is taught to you, please prepare note and try to watch the videos being uploaded for you in the school app. Okay, so till then, stay alert, stay healthy, mask yourself, take proper care. Have a nice day. Thank you. God bless you.